Hey guys, so I've got a couple of things that I have to do this afternoon because Tanny's making chips, and I was thinking, well, there'd be a really good opportunity to make some veggie burgers because I've got black beans in the fridge that needs using, and I've got mushrooms that need using, and so I'm trying to put it all together and such and use what we have, obviously, because this is part of the food challenge and this is for dinner tonight. So part of that is the recipe that I looked at says that you need to have a steak seasoning. They said Montreal steak seasoning. I'm looking at it going, it's not quite to my taste, but I'm going to try and make up my own seasoning. So we're going to do that first. Okay, so down here where I have my ingredients, right? So I have salt, I have garlic salt, I have Nigella seeds, I have thyme that I dried from my own garden, there's chili flakes, there's black pepper, there's cumin seeds because I don't have any ground cumin, and I got a jar to put it all in once it's done. So, this recipe here calls for 3 tablespoons of dehydrated garlic. I think that's killing it a little bit, so we're not going to do that. We're going to put maybe a tablespoon of the garlic. So I don't use a lot of garlic at the moment because Tanny can't use it. Hang on a sec, I'm just getting a funnel. I'm gonna lose all this. So we're just gonna put it straight in here. So we're just gonna go maybe that amount. Okay, that's our garlic. We're gonna do. I'm gonna put the salt in there as well. I'm not going to put loads because it also says like 2 tablespoons of salt, and I don't think we need quite that much. I'm going to put that much. Because you got to remember that you season your salt, your food when you do it anyway, so you don't want to put too much in. Right, so we've got the mortar and pestle out because I'm going to grind up some of these first off. I'm not going to put loads, I'm going to put a little bit there. That's quite enough of that. These chili flakes I did myself from dried chilies. Just buying them when they're on offer and stringing them up, drying them and sticking them through the food processor. So we're just going to grind these down a bit. Ugh. They don't want to do that because they're just being an asshole. Right, okay, fine, they can go straight in. No big. Okay, so we'll just chuck those in. Screw it. Come on, in you go. Down you go. Don't give me your grief. Come on, hurry up. Right. And we're going to get some. I don't think we really need to grind up too much of this actually. Just quietly. We've got to add some Nigella seeds in as well because Nigella seeds. And I don't have any dried onion, but I do have Nigella seeds, which will give us the oniony flavour, which works just as well, really. Right, so now we've got some cumin seeds. These kind of do need to be ground up a wee bit. Not quite sure how that'll go, but we'll see how we go. The idea is to use whatever flavours work for you at the end of the day. Oh, I can smell it. So we don't, I mean, cumin seeds are great. Don't get me wrong, I love cumin. I love dried cumin. I love cumin seeds. I love the whole lot. But you don't want to have a mouthful of them. Well, I suppose in some countries they do. I don't particularly like having too many whole things like that in a spice blend, but that's pretty well done. So that can go in. That's going to go into. There it goes. Right. In you go. Right. The other thing we need is the thyme. Wow, that smells amazing. So we're going to get some of this out. Now I've stored it in the stalks because it was just easier for me. When it goes in here, it won't grind up into a powder. What will happen is it'll just come off the stalks. Yeah, it'll just come off the stalks, and then we can pull the stalks out and we'll have all the leaves. So that's what we want. Right, so just going to give it a bit of a rub. A rub-a-dub-dub. As you can see, they've all come off. It's awesome. Now I'm going to keep those and put them aside so I can use them for incense and such like. Right. Get rid of the sticks. The other thing that will get rid of the sticks is putting it through here. So we just go that straight through there. And the sticks. Ah, bugger it, they went in. We can pick them out later. It's all good. I think this jar's a bit big. Maybe we need a smaller jar for this. Might be a good idea. Anywho, the other thing we need now is black pepper. And this does need to be ground a bit. So, I apologise if I sneeze. If you fancy and got a coffee grinder, use that, but I prefer it this way, apart from the fact that I can smell everything and it's just amazing. Oh my god. Right, now the other thing we're going to want in here is some paprika. I'm going to get that aside. I'm just going to grab the paprika. That's the orange one. Oof. Go. Let's get a good wallop of that in there. Give us a bit of a nice smoky kind of flavour. Now I'm just kind of thinking, do I want to put some rosemary in that as well? Actually, yeah, well, let's go that. We'll go get some rosemary. And I'll grab some of that. Right. So we've got oregano from the garden and we've got rosemary from the garden too. So let's move those out of the way a bit. It's starting to get a bit cluttered. Stick a bit of this in there. That should do it nicely. And we're going to stick our oregano in there too. Again, I did this on the sticks because I dry it myself. It's just easier for me to hang it to do. Than to, well, we don't have a dehydrator for a start. You know, so yeah, and hanging it to dry it is free, doesn't cost us electric. Not that I don't want a dehydrator, I just think we just don't have the room for it at the moment, especially the one that I want to have. We just don't have space. So the one I want is a 10-drawer dehydrator. So yeah, we just do not have the room for that right now. So we've got that, and we've got the rosemary and the oregano in there, or oregano, depending on what part of the universe you're from. Give that a bit of a grind down. Okay. Oh wow, that smells amazing. Part of what happens here is that you're going to release some of the oils. Now the reason we can't have a lot of fresh garlic around here is that actual reaction where the garlic puts its aromas and oils and gases in the air. That is what Tani is allergic to. He can have garlic as long as it's in something, but he can't have it on its own, and it's very difficult for him to be in the kitchen if you have just garlic. So garlic bread is off the menu, which, you know, it's very sad. Right. Ooh, that's strong. Okay. Right, and all you do, shake it up. That's it. Give it a good shake around. It's done. Now that you can use on anything. We're going to be using it in our burgers, or some of it in our burgers. But I think I need to put that in a smaller jar, actually. Just quietly, I think that should go in a smaller jar. Like this one. Perfect. There we go. Oh, oh, smell. Go on, have a good sniff on that. And they look amazing. Oh, smells pretty friggin' awesome, I can tell you that now. So there you go. Simple. Just a little steak recipe, steak seasoning, or seasonal type thing. So there you go. Done. Okay, so now we're going to start on the vegan Parmesan, because I don't have any actual Parmesan. But what I do have is the makings for some Parmesan, like the vegan salt, the nut-based one, which is kind of cool, and I've wanted to try it for a while, so we're going to give it a crack and see what happens, right? Start off with, we've got cashew nuts. Now, I buy the pieces. Now, what's the difference between the pieces and the whole ones, or the halves, or whatever you call them? I'll tell you what the difference is. It's about £4 a kilo. That's the difference. That's all it is. Right. So you want one of them. Ooh. You don't want to make loads of this all at once. It does keep in the fridge for a couple of months apparently, but nuts do go off, they do go rancid. The other thing we've got is nutritional yeast flakes. They look like that. Yeah. So we're going to put some of those in there. About 3/4 of a cup to a cup. Ta-da-da. That's where you're going to get your cheesy flavour from, I reckon. Woo! Yep. That'll be it. Now, I'm also going to add a tiny bit of our garlic salt. There we go. Got a teaspoon of that in there. That'll do it. Now all we have to do is pulse this until it becomes meal. Ooh, there's a few bits in there still. Hang on a second, hold your ears. Done. And that's it. That's it. That's literally it. Give me a second. Oh wow. That's bizarre. But it works. So it's simple, guys. That's it. Honestly, that is it. Vegan Parmesan. Okay, so we've done our vegan Parmesan, and I've just popped it in this little jar, and we shall use it later on for probably a few things. But now you know how to do it. It's really, really simple, and you don't need to worry about how hard these things are, because it's like literally 3 things in a blender or a processor, and that's it. That's it. Honestly, don't be scared of these things, guys. Try new things.